Which position should the 49ers take in round 2 if you were the GM?
Interior O-line. I mean, there's a question here about center, guard, right? Like, and it's like, Brunskill's fine, but we need a center. This team needs a center. Are you going to select, are you going to be on Ben Garland? Like at 12, I don't know if you take a center there. I just don't, and they need to, if you're going to, I am going based off of what this team has shown me.
Fair enough. Hold on. Follow-up question for Mr. Aponte. Is it Aponte or Aponte?
Whatever.
Okay. Follow-up question. What if they get a center in free agency?
Who? Alex Mack?
The Niners. A starting Alex Mack or starting center.
So interior O-line's off the board because they got somebody.
Let's say they get someone in center, in free agency. I kind of think they will. But let's say they do. What then?
It's a good question. Real good question.
Because I don't want to let you off the hook here.
No, this is a tough one, actually. It really is. Probably safety or something like that. I don't know, man. Like, that one's hard. That one's really
quarterback.
Yeah, I don't know. Who?
Well, Kellen Mond. Kellen Mond or Kyle Trask round 2.
I like your argument for him. You've definitely, changed my. I'm good on Kellen Mond. I really am, man. I'm just good on him. Like, that's just my opinion. That's all. Hey, if you take him and that's what they want to do, that's fine. Right. It might be day 2, day 3, something like that. So I don't know if they want to do that. That's fine. I'm just not big on Kellen Mond, man. I'm just not. I mean, I have to watch a little bit more, I think. So
okay, so you say interior offensive line. That's a good call. You can get a hell of a center at the top of round 2, the middle of round 2. I say quarterback. I like that spot. I'll take Trask or Mond. I like Trask. I think he's a better quarterback than Mond, but Mond has upside, and I can't get over the fact of what would Mond have looked like at Florida throwing to Kyle Pitts? What would Trask have looked like at Texas A&M throwing to I don't even know the guys' names. I'm just saying, Kellen Mond is starting to grow on me. So the idea of Mond, not necessarily the tape is modest. The idea of him on a team with actual playmakers like the 49ers is interesting. So let's move on. Which position will the 49ers draft in round 2? Will they?
Oh my goodness. I think they might lean with what you're saying.
I think they're going to go with what you're saying. I think they're going interior offensive line, man. I think they're going center. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, they have to at this point because you just think about it, man. Like when Richburg goes down, Garland steps up and he's fine, right? But it's so clear that when the 49ers center position is in flux, a lot of the things go wrong, with the calls. Like, I think that what people like about Richburg isn't necessarily what you should like about him. What you like about him is that he's able to call out the protections and he's quick like that. That's really what it is. And you also need an anchor in the middle of that line, right? Because again, we've talked about it. There's guys on this line that just like to keep their stat sheet clean, as opposed to saying, man, I got to help this guy out, or I got to help this guy out and teach a little bit. So if you get a center in there, who is cheap, but is one of those cornerstone centers that you can find and you're just like, now you're good, set your watch to it. Yeah. That really improves the entire O-line because I think people are losing the fact that, when Grassa was in there, when it wasn't Garland, it was largely bad. It really was, and I don't want to pile on him because he was fine in week 1 and, but when they move Brunskill over, it's just like, you need to get that middle, you need to get that center fixed. And if it's Creed Humphrey, I'd be through the roof. I just don't know if he'll be there.
Because I think Weston Richburg was a second-round pick. I mean, the Niners didn't draft him, but I think that's if you're trying to get that caliber of a player, that's where you get him. I'm going to go dark horse here because interior offensive line is a good bet, but we're talking Kyle here. What's Kyle going to do? Is Kyle going to draft an interior offensive line in round 2? Or is he going to draft a wide receiver? I think he's going to draft a wide receiver just because that's what he does. I don't know. Kadarius Toney, whoever.
Amari Rodgers, let's get excited.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, he's going to take a wide receiver. That's what he does every year. Second round, wide receiver. He's taking him. So that's what I'm saying. He's going D-line in round 1, wide receiver in round 2, just like last year, because that's what he freaking does. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's history is bound to repeat itself. And it's just when you see the way that they're drafting, it's clear that they have a philosophy. And that's the best way that you should look at it. They're not going to break whatever philosophy they have because those guys believe so much in what they're trying to build. So, they're not going to be they're not going to be talked out of what it is that they think is the right way to build this roster. That's another thing. So.
And I've never met someone in life who has more self-belief than Kyle Shanahan. Ever.
I mean, when everybody's been calling you pretty your whole life, you start to believe it. I mean, he is. Only Shans. He's my coach, man. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying, that's my coach, man. But when when you hear, you know, that your entire life, and you've also backed it up with your play designs and all those things, and when basically 10 teams in the league are going to be running your offense, you're doing the right thing. So,
all right, final question of the day, because I've kept you for about an hour.
No, we're good, Grant. I'm good. My daughter's watching TV. Parent of the year right here, man.
What's she watching? Dora, or is that
Rainbow Ruby on Netflix?
I didn't even know that one. All right.